testify tonight. Hey, hey, hey.
All right, so what's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Conversations with Christina. I am so excited about today's guest. Today, I'm speaking with none other than the Grammy Award-winning super producer, Jay White. He's known for songs like Cardi B's Bodak Yellow, and the viral hit from Meg Thee Stallion, Savage. Jay, it is such an honor to be speaking with you today. How are you, and how are you during this pandemic?
Oh my God! First of all, it's crazy just to hear these stats that you wrote. That was a nice intro.
I got you, boo. I got you.
Thank you. No, you know what? It's this pandemic has really been, it's been testing all of us. It's been, testing us to, just with our family, just making sure that we're able, to move on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like I've lost 2 family members in the past week. You know what I mean? Just from COVID-19 alone. So, I mean, this is I say 2020 is definitely a trying time, but I don't like using the term "life goes on," but it's more of a, we're kind of in this together situation. You know what I mean? Like, we're all in this together, and we all got to make the most of, our life right now.
Right.
We got to make the most of what we're doing. So I've been focusing on just, making sure I'm doing what I got to do to get the most out of my day. Pretty much. Because like tomorrow ain't promised. Like
absolutely.
It's clearly, you know what I mean? So, you definitely gotta be on your P's and your, Q's.
Yeah, absolutely. I get it. I totally understand. And I am I'm praying for you. I am so sorry about your family members,
Hey. Yeah. I get you. Hey, we gotta just keep going and, do what we gotta do. But anyway, not trying to sour nothing, but that's how I'm.
Hey, we're in it together, so I get you. I got it.
Together. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So look, for those that are watching and may not be familiar with who Jay White is, could you tell us about how you got your start?
Definitely. So, I'm I started from humble beginnings. No, I'm playing. I'm a, music producer, creator, writer, whatever, whatever the background title is these days. I'm really that guy. I started at the age of 15 making beats. I wanted to be in NFL actually and play football. That's what I really love to do. But I figured out that I wasn't that good at football. So. I was like, okay, I'm really not Randy Moss. Okay, so that's not gonna happen. But I did like Timbaland. Timbaland was one of my, biggest inspirations to, really, Timbaland and Manny Fresh to make beats. And just honestly, my uncle got me a keyboard from Radio Shack for like $200 when he got his tax returns back in the day, and he kept it at his house. Tax return. You feel me? Look, tax returns and
yes.
He had it in his garage, and each time after football practice or after what track or whatever I was in school at the time, I would come to his house and make beats and stay there until like 10 o'clock until I had to go home to my grandma's house and do it all over again. So I literally started at 15. I didn't start making money. So I was like 20, I sold my first beat for like, man, I think it was like $35.
Really?
I thought that was a lot of money.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know beats was worth like, I didn't know you can make money. Like, I didn't know how you made money making music. So these guys was in the military, they weren't attracting me. And I said, all right, I don't know, man. I was like, if you give me like 35, that's cool. They said $35. Okay, that's cool. And I said, oh dang, I should have asked for freaking what's called. I should have asked for $50. $50. So
Wait.
$50.
I'm done.
Hey, listen. I should have asked for 50, man. I was like, dang, but I was like, but I sure got the $35. You know, and I was like, shoot, it's 35 and go good on some McDonald's right now. So
listen. At the time, you good. $35 at McDonald's back then.
$35, man. I had enough money to go to the club and get some McDonald's, and that was or some Chinese food. That was my life. So you know, that was my very first payment. And I said, dang, I can make money from this, you know. And then I started selling beats for, you know, $200 a track at the time, and these guys were buying 10 beats at a time. So you do the, you know, it was $2,000 like every 2 weeks. You know, I was getting that. So I was just like, I can really make some money doing this. And
okay, so I'm gonna get off track just a second.
Go ahead.
So does this mean that you ever had another job or no? Like,
yeah, like I don't know how deep you want me to go into the story with myself. So, you know, I'm just kind of just like giving a overall on, you know, but
got you.
Yeah, I definitely had a job. I definitely had you know, from high school, I worked at Taco Bell Express. You know, it was in Leavenworth, Kansas. It's a military base. I worked at Taco Bell Express, and then from there, I was a janitor. You know what I mean, like at the PX, and as a janitor, I slept in the closet all the time. I didn't even do no work. It was terrible. Like it was.
Wow.
It was terrible.
So basically, from your humble beginnings, you can actually tell people when you get started. Of course, you will need something to bring in money consistently. For those of us that are watching, come on now.
So for us, I mean, yeah. So listen, like, I mean, when I was younger, I definitely had a job. We can fast forward to where let's just fast forward to, you know, damn no, man, my story is so crazy. I don't even know how I should even.
We're gonna get into it. Like I promise you, as we go on. Okay. I'm gonna go to the next one. I'm gonna go to the next one, and then
because my story crazy. So it's like, how do you want me to do
it? I get it. So look, I know that you've been grinding and working for quite some time now.
Yeah.
But correct me if I'm wrong, but was it the hit that you produced for Cardi B that brought about like life-changing success for you? Can you tell us about that?
Boom, yeah. So you want to know how it happened, or like what you want to know? Because that story is crazy too.
Like,
so how
much
you want?
Give us a brief. A brief synopsis of how it came about. Like, how did you connect with her? Like, what happened?
All right, so let me just give you the 3-minute story of that, because it's such a movie.
Okay.
It really is. All right, let me spend a minute on each one. Okay, so I met this guy by the name of Shaft, 2005. I moved there. I moved to New York from some guys I met off Black Planet. I moved to New York, and pretty much I met a guy by the name of Shaft, you know, at a park in Queens that LL was throwing like an event, back to school event. I happened to hear this guy talk about he was, you know, he came back from the MTV Awards, so I had to know who he was. So I linked up with him pretty much. I approached him. I asked him, yo, you know, I make beats, da-da-da. I didn't know who he was. He heard my beats. He liked it, you know, and I moved back from New York to Kansas, and that was like 05, 06. I didn't see him until 2016, but this man, Shaq, would always constantly check on me. He would constantly just see where I'm at throughout my, you know, life and my career. And pretty much like 2015, my mom, you know, she was, you know, killed, you know, to the domestic violence. You know, she was murdered, and you know, that took me to a whole, you know, different level. You know, my you know, you know, so, and then I was fighting depression in 2016. You know, I was fighting depression and just bad circumstances was just happening for me. And I called my cousin who lived in New York and Brooklyn at the time. I told her what's going on with me. She pretty much said, "Hey, come to New York now." So I had a little money left. This is 2016. I came to New York. I called Shaft, the same guy I met in 2005. I just called to see how he was doing. It was my first time coming back since '05. And he said, "Hey, do you got beats?" I said, "Of course I got beats." So I went to his crib and I put my computer out, set up, whatever. And here comes Cardi B, 2016. And Cardi B comes in the room because he's already managing her. So that's how me and the Cardi B connection, you know, initially started 2016. And then from there, you know, it was just a plethora of songs that we did until we got up to Bodak Yellow. You know, Bodak Yellow was made out of fear because, you know, by like the end of 2016, Cardi had signed to Atlantic, you know, I believe, 2016. And, you know, we did a record with Offset called Lick. Looking like I called it Lick. I don't know if you ever heard that song before, but
maybe,
exactly.
maybe not.
Exactly. That's my point. So that's my point. Thank you. So it was on a mixtape, but you know, by that time she was signed to Atlantic. That song really didn't do. The song wasn't doing what, you know, we thought it was going to do. And I'm looking like, dang, this is my opportunity to work. This is my opportunity. If I blow this girl up, I get an opportunity to get a pub deal, get some type of deal. I get a check because I'm broke. Like I'm broke, like broke working with Cardi at the time. And literally, Bodak Yellow was created after that song didn't do good. I said, dang, this is like probably our last chance because we all like kind of discouraged, you know what I mean? Like, because the song didn't do good, you know? So that's why Cardi B sounds so aggressive on Bodak Yellow, because it was like, listen, this is all I got. This is all me. This is what you're gonna get. You know what I mean? So it was just frustration on everybody, the whole team, everybody involved was just, it was like we're working towards something. It's a goal and we're all working towards, we want Cardi B to win. We all want to win, but you know, she's our vessel. She's the person that's gonna get us all to where we need to be if we all up, you know, push her up. And that song, I you know, it was literally desperation. Like on my part anyway, it was just fear. You know what I mean? Like for myself, like I didn't want to let nobody down. As far as I got 2 kids, you know what I mean? Like I was already making a crazy choice by coming to New York, spending all my money back and forth, buying flights, sleeping on couches, doing whatever I had to do to help do these songs with Cardi B. You know what I mean? And this is the time when she was still in love and hip hop. People didn't really take her serious as a rapper. And I would tell people I work with Cardi B, and they'd just laugh at me. Oh, Cardi B, what you loving hip hop, or the girl who used to dance at Sue's or whatever? Like, I'm like, yeah, I work with Cardi B. I think she's gonna be big. She's dope. Like she's gonna be really big. And I believe in myself more than anything. I believe that I could blow her up with my sound. That's what it really was. I felt like I bet on me more than anything, and I still do that to this day. I always put me against, you know, whatever happens, you know. So
right.
Short story.
That's what you're supposed to. That's what you're supposed to do. Absolutely. Bet on yourself before you bet on anybody else. I mean, of course,
yes, ma'am.
You know who you are, so you know what your motivation comes from. So applause to you. Like, that's what's up. Come on.
Thank you. I tried to make it short for y'all. I was trying. I was like, dang, how do you do it?
You're good. So what has life been like after all of the massive success and the Grammy wins for you?
For me, you know, it's just more business. Me, it's business as usual for me. You know, I personally have so many goals that I still haven't, you know, done yet. You know, like I have 2 Grammys. You know, that's I'm happy about it. But it's like I need like to put a 0 behind that too. You know what I mean? With the Grammys, and you know, there's different goals I want to reach. There's different people that I want to help, and then that's when I feel like I'll be satisfied with, you know, what I've done in this industry, but how things have changed, financially, I'm definitely, better in a better place. I'm able to take care of my, my family, my kids. I'm able to make sure that their moms are good. I'm blessed on that.
Good.
That's the pros. The cons is, you get those cousins you ain't never met before and trying to ask you for some money. I know you know what I'm talking about. Everybody on your line. I know everybody on your line. Christina, I know everybody on your line. You know I seen that movie that you was in.
Cousins and everything. Like, who are you?
Yes. Yeah. So that's how. So how do you get around Dallas without getting like recognized? Especially like this one of the hottest movies out right now.
I ain't been nowhere since this pandemic, man. I'm not going nowhere.
Not to the store?
I shop online.
not even the store.
Dude, I can't do it. My daughter's immune system is compromised right now. So so we stay clear of everything and everybody. Yeah.
Well, listen. Well, I guess we'll have this conversation after the fact.
There you go.
Dang, girl, that's crazy.
So look, I thought that this was really cool. Although you're most known for hip hop, you have a strong love for gospel music. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so like pretty much gospel music. Like, listen, that's how I grew up.
Yeah.
I grew up in the church. My dad, he played for a lot of just amazing Southern gospel groups. A lot of quartet. The Mighty Clouds of Joy was one of the groups that he played for.
Cool deal. Come on, Mighty Clouds. I love them.
Right. So my dad's a great guitar player, singer, all that. And I literally, my grandma raised me. So at church, she would cook for the church pretty much. Breakfast, all whatever. You know how she cooked. And I would have to go to church at 7 a.m. because, the pastor, he would preach for the people who had to go to work in the morning. So it'd be like 2 people at the church plus us, me and my sister and my grandma. And I would literally, from watching the Canton Spirituals, like I'm a quartet type of guy. I'm an old school gospel guy. Like I love that. Jesus is.
You got that spirit on you. You got that spirit. I see it. Yeah.
That. I'm that type of guy. You know what I mean? Like So like watching the Clark sisters move, that's like my thing. You feel me? Like
that's
I was like, oh yeah, that's like that. So I literally grew up, just in church. Like I played drums for 2 different churches at the same time. Like after their praise and worship service was done, I would go right down the street and do their praise and worship service. And
wow.
So my granddad right now, he has his own, church in Michigan, a nice church, Christian Reach Out Center. And, churches, God in church has been like a major, just part of my life, just throughout, I can't deny that it's in me. You said you see it. I can't, I can't brush it off.
Absolutely. Look, it's there. You ain't gonna get rid of it. You good. So, like being raised in the church, were you allowed to listen to rap and R&B and hip hop and all that stuff? What other genres were you interested in? What other producers and artists have inspired you?
Well, here's the thing. I didn't really listen to rap when I was a kid. That was just really my own. I didn't really understand it like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like my uncle listened to like all the gangster rap, so I thought it was so bad for my ears. Like NWA as a kid, I was like, I don't.
I know who that is. Yeah.
I don't want to hear none of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I was really into like different music, like White Snake. That's like a alternative group. I was into a lot of pop music, whatever was on pop radio, that's what I listened to. Like Savage Garden, Will Smith. You know what I mean?
Parents just don't understand. I like that song.
Yeah. So I was into I was into soft. If it was rap, it had to be very bouncy bally, very good commercial. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I listen to I'm an R&B head. Like
got you.
I can't wait till my record with Mary J. Blige come out. Like I can't wait till my R&B chops, like my R&B type. Yeah, it's like me and Mary got a song. I'm just waiting for whenever, you know, she decides to release it. You know, I don't know the release date or anything like that. I just know that we have a song, and it's absolutely amazing. I can't wait for the world to just to hear, you know, the record that me and her have. Like it feels so good, and I just can't, you know, it's R&B is my favorite thing. Like seriously, like in my car right now, I got Soul For Real on my phone. When I plug in, you hear my love, do you ever dream of? Yeah, the whole time.
Candy coated
Hey, pop, pop.
Heavy D
Yes, ma'am.
For real, right? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. You
So
crazy.
Look, a lot of people think it's impossible to have a relationship with God and work in the secular music industry, right? So do you feel it's impossible? Like, how do you balance faith and work?
Man, that's the $1 million question. How do you, you know, like I went to church today, you know, on Sunday on Zoom, you know. I go to my granddad's church, you know, in Michigan. Honestly, this pandemic then helped me go to church more, you know, because I used to go to my
yeah,
you know, because now I can go on Zoom to church and, you know, I mean, and really just get a better understanding for, not your understanding, just a reminder of why, you know, we are who we are and who God is, you know, because I struggled sometimes with that, you know what I mean? Like to be frank and honest, I'm not going to sit here and lie and be like, you know, God and help me, No, like I struggle with that. Like when my mom was, you know, killed, you know, I questioned God. You understand? Like I question why. Like if you so mighty and you so good, then why my mama died in? You know what I mean? So for a while, I had, I don't say I didn't have no love for the church or for God. I was angry.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was angry with him. You know what I mean? I was angry with just the whole notion of God is here for you and whatnot. But, you know, just talking to my granddad and just getting an understanding for, you know, who God is and what's the bigger picture on God. You know, this is his earth. You know, we're just in his, you know what I mean? So, you know, I had to take out, you know, what helped me was, you know, I had to stop being selfish within myself, you know, and really just understand like, hey, you know, you don't make mistakes. You know, at the end of the day, I had to really just understand that my granddad always said, God will make mistakes. I'm like, you always saying that, but what does that mean? This is a mistake. Why my mom was 46 years old. Why is she dead? Makes no sense to me. Why was she murdered? God don't make no mistakes. And I feel like after my mom passed, she things just it got worse before it got better, but it got better. My mom was my biggest fan, you know, and now I'm talking to you. You're talking about my accomplishments, and you're asking me how God has helped. You know what I mean? I feel like the plan was, you know, like my grandma raised me. She died when I was 18. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go. My mom died when I was 30, and that was my best friend. And but if my grandma would have stayed alive, I would have stayed in Kansas, taking care of my grandma, and I would have missed out on the opportunities of moving around this country to find myself. And then if my mother would still be alive to this day, I would be still trying to take care of her and make sure that she's okay and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And all the other.
And you know, it's okay. It's actually okay to do either one. But again, like your grandfather said, God doesn't make mistakes.
He don't.
Know? And sometimes he has to remove what is around you so that you can blossom, so that you can grow, so that you can learn, you know, and it's okay.
Yes. And that's what I literally, I put all my losses, I put all my biggest situations to is I put it up to my mother. I'm like, if it's not the pain of me losing my mom, it's going to be all right. You know what I mean? So I tell you this, what I have been, I've been going to church way more. I've been getting a better understanding of what this bigger purpose is, because I'm not going to sit here and be like, hey, you know, this industry that we're in, and you know, it's trying, you know, it tests you every single day. It tests your integrity. It tests what, you know what I mean? It tests what kind of person you are. And I feel like, just as a person who believes in God, like myself, it's like we're a vessel and we're a gas tank, and we run out of gas because we're human. We're not God. So I just feel like we need to each time make sure that we fill up and get premium gas, not just unleaded, but premium gas. You feel me? So
come on now. Come on. Lord, you got the spirit upon you, huh?
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. So
you wasn't ready. I
know. So I just feel like, you know, with myself, that's what I've been doing, because this industry, listen, I've made songs with Cardi B, you know what I mean? Like, and I know what those songs about, you know, I made songs, you know, I got the Savage record out. I've done other rap songs that came out, R&B songs that came out, but none of those songs is uplifting God, if you want to be frank, you know what I mean? You know, my grandmother, my dad's stepmom, my granddad's wife always says, like, you need to make a song for the Lord. I'm like, I know, Grandma, this is just my job. I'm in it. I'm not right. I'm just, hey, this is my grandma. I'm trying to make this money. I'm trying to make this money. Listen, I can't tell them folks what to do. You know what I mean? They gonna do. They gonna do.
I got you. But okay, honestly, so with that being said, your grandmother wants you to make a gospel song. Before we go into that, what has been your favorite gospel song?
Listen, I don't listen. I'm gonna tell you something. Period. I don't listen to nothing new. Okay, I'm still with.
I get it.
Okay, so Mississippi Poor Boy is my favorite song. That's by the Ken Spirituals. I come from a poor family. I didn't have much, but the Lord been good to me. Hey, you know what I mean?
Come on.
I didn't have no money. Hey, come on now. All of my friends. All of my friends. Yeah, no, but listen, that is my favorite. That is actually my favorite gospel song, like of all times. You know what I mean? Like I play that song a lot because I can relate to it. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wish list of gospel artists that you would like to work with?
Kirk Franklin, for one, because he remixed my song Savage, so I feel like we gotta get it in the studio.
That. Yeah.
You feel me? Kirk, bruh. We live in Dallas. We all in Dallas. What we doing? You feel me?
Come on, that's
what we doing? I'm supposed to get in with dang it, what's her name? Please don't shoot me for this. It's Corinne. You know what I'm talking about? The light skin. Who? Yes.
Yeah.
I butcher names, so yeah.
Uh-oh.
Listen, I've been supposed to get in with her, you know what I mean? But this Corona thing didn't hit, so it's like,
yeah,
you know,
that's the reason why we gotta have a setup at home. Like I tell artists a lot now, have a setup at home so that when you have something or somebody wants to work with you, at least what you can do is you got your microphone, you got your audio box, you got your computer, work it out and send your stuff to them. They can send it back to you. You know, work. We can do it. Look, I'm telling you.
Well,
my microphone is right down below, right there. So yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So honestly, I want to get in with her because she's blowing up. You know, I love her energy. Talking to her, she wants to work with me. So I'm just like, okay, how can I get a #1 on the gospel charts? That's gonna be my thing, to get #1 on the gospel charts as well. Come on now.
I actually saw that you got the #2 spot on Billboard for producer. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you know, I you know, one feels better, but I ain't gonna be mad at two. You know, two is a, you know,
Maybe
it's
somebody
something.
was lying a little bit, you know.
Something kind of weird, but I'm not mad. Listen, I gotta keep working.
Absolutely.
I seen that. I seen that I was number two, and I said, man, that's really cool. That's really awesome. But I would definitely love to be number one.
I got it. Look, speak it, and work hard at it. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it happen. Come on.
Yes, Christina. Thank you so much, girl. Thank you. You're amazing.
Absolutely.
Thank
Absolutely. So look, let's discuss the latest hit with Meg Thee Stallion, Savage. That song took social media by storm. And my favorite is on the remix. So how did that collaboration happen? Do you know?
No. I know nothing. Like, literally, all I know is my manager called me and said, these are the splits for the song. And this is, I think, right before the song dropped. And I said, okay, cool. And then I was just like everybody else. Oh my God, yeah. And then I just sat stuck for like 5 minutes and looked at the title and was like, yo, this is okay. This has really happened.
Right.
This is dope. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, my reaction is that. And I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, yeah. So for the first like 2-3 days, that's all I played in my car was the Savage remix because I was just so happy. I was more so happy, for Megan, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And just everything she's been through in the past year. Just to see somebody who started from the ground up and see somebody make it, that's what makes me happy. At the end of the day.
I saw that she said that like it's I guess the past 2 years, like she's just really getting into the music industry, and people think that it happens overnight. I'm sure she's worked even longer than that, but she was talking about as far as being out there in the music industry. So she's worked really hard. I'm really, really excited for her.
She's worked so hard. I'm happy about that. This is why I enjoy working with female rappers, because it's such a male dominated
Absolutely.
industry on just a lot of different fronts, and me myself, I don't know, I'm not a mama's boy. I don't know but I just like to see the women I just like to see the women win, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And rise to occasion. And I like to be, I like, okay, well, this is dominated by this. Okay, well, let me come in and let me see, how can I help get you a number one record? Like, that's my goal, to get you the biggest song in the world. So with Megan, I told her that we was gonna do it. We was gonna get a record. This is our very first record together. And it makes me feel good that now everybody is talking about this girl and is giving her more opportunities to, better herself, take care of her family, and get more, and just get more money. So, I mean, Savage is a blessing.
Absolutely.
It's a blessing. It really is. It really is. I'm a savage. I'm classy.
Moody.
I'm bougie.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And I'm bougie. So sometimes I'm moody. Okay? Okay? I can relate to that song. I'm a savage too. Now.
Oh goodness. I'm so done
I'm
with
classy
you.
with it. Mess with me.
Listen, stop. Okay, look. So
What's
for a
up?
moment, let's go just a little bit deeper. Not too deep, but I read in an interview that you had that you said that you had to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. Can you expound on that?
Yeah, definitely. I'm nervous now.
Yeah.
I'm nervous now. It's like, I'm a loner. Like that's why I live in Dallas. You know what I mean? You feel me? You see, so, I'm a loner. I'm not into all the fluff, but doing like red carpets and whatnot, just talking on that level, I'm definitely uncomfortable. But just to not get too deep with it, if you want to grow, you gotta just, I say this, you gotta get uncomfortable. You gotta be willing to, you gotta be willing to lose everything to gain it all.
Woo.
You really gotta be willing to lose, and
Absolutely.
And once you're willing to lose, you're gonna gain. You know what I mean? And that's in life, period. That's like
Absolutely.
me. I'm trying to lose weight, right? Like I am.
Mm-hmm.
I done tried all these dang diets and whatnot. All this.
And then the pandemic happened, and they was like, no, stay in.
Exactly. Exactly. So like just speaking on that, it's like, if you want your body to be better, you got to make yourself uncomfortable, because our body gonna resist from working out.
Right,
I don't want to run that mile. I don't want to get on that. And I know I'm resisting, because I know I'm drinking strawberry shakes and eating cake. I know because it's comfortable. It's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy to pile on, but it's the most uncomfortable thing is getting on that treadmill or running down that street and putting your body through something that it's not used to. So I feel like it starts from up here, in the mental, and once you believe it up here, that's why I'm successful now. I think that's why you're successful now, is you condition your brain to be uncomfortable, and then everything else follows suit. You know what I mean? And that's, just not getting too deep, No,
you're good. Question, how do you go about crafting a Jay White track? Like, is there a specific formula that you use? What do you start with first? Or is there a first thing?
Nah. Each record is a moment for me.
Okay.
So each record have its own moment. Each record is its own baby. It's its own brain. It's its own everything. You know what I mean? For me. So I don't sit down and be like, okay, so this last beat I did this, I'm gonna do this too. Nah, I just go what I feel like. You know what I mean? Like, if I feel like I need to start with an 808 first, I do that. Or if I feel like I need to start with the songwriter and get with a songwriter and we build a song first and then do the beat after, I do that. You know what I mean? But I'm a feelings type of guy, so I just go what I feel like. Like with Savage, how'd I start? As a matter of fact, I started Savage exactly how you hear it. Dun, 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 dun. That's literally the first sound I used.
And you on Savage, I think that you have 2 tracks. Like, is that just piano and drums?
What do you mean, like Savage and Savage remix?
Just Savage, the regular one.
Okay, now and you were saying what now? I'm sorry. You said what?
So do you have just 2 tracks on it? Is that just the piano and the drums?
Oh,
or how did that work?
Sounds, right? Sounds,
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nah, it's a couple sounds in there. Let me see.
Gotcha.
It's probably like, including drums, it's probably like maybe 7 or 8 sounds.
Got you. You good.
Yeah, it's like 7 or 8 sounds, but I feel like this, when it comes to music, I feel like we got to take the approach. I try to teach guys, producers, songwriters, whoever was creating. I feel like I teach them the light bulb effect, One light bulb can fill the whole room.
Absolutely.
It's simple. So I was like, don't overthink it, but do it. You know what I mean? Like, make sure that's the light bulb. So with my sounds, I make sure that those sounds fill up the whole room. You know what I mean? Because I feel like the vocal is the biggest instrument. That's the most important instrument on the track. So I make sure it's room, so the artist can do what they do. Megan sounded great on it. She sounded stellar, amazing on it as well. And it was simple. They could do whatever they wanted on it. So that makes me happy. It's a canvas enough for you to paint your own picture to it,
Right.
So,
absolutely. So I know that this shouldn't be the first thing on anybody's mind when you're doing something that you really, really love and you enjoy doing. But for those who may not know, can you tell us, how does a producer make money from tracks that they produce?
Ooh, so it's like okay, just starting out or right now? uh, I mean,
starting out, like what
it's
is
a
it
difference.
that they have to do in order to start making money from what they
Well,
work so hard on?
Well, you know, times have changed so much since I started. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like how I started was I told you my $35 story, but
Right.
but I initially got with, you know, a person who believed in my beats, and I just did beats for them, and that was like my salesman, pretty
Mm-hmm.
much. You know, a lot of times, you know, I feel like, you know, it's all about the demand, and it's all about showing what you can do. You know, you gotta show your worth.
Right.
Why am I buying this beat from you for $200? Why? What is that $200 for? You know,
Mm-hmm.
well, because this person did this song, and now look at them. You know, it ain't got them these many shows because they bought this $200 beat from me. You know what I mean? Or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
$500. I don't know. You charge what you want to
Right.
charge, but
Right.
you know what I mean. At the end of the day, you got to show the reasons on why. And I feel like you need to find an artist who believes in your sound and you believe in them. Push them with your sound. Let them be your spokesperson. Let them be your, you know, your bell cow. So therefore, people will come and be like, "Hey, how to get that beat? Hey, listen, $500, you can get the same. You know, you can get a brag. Hey. Well, because you know, because now, like with me, I did the same approach. I literally did the same thing. Cardi B. I worked with Cardi, love her to death. I worked with her, and I didn't charge Cardi for no beats. I literally just made the records, and now look, we actually get a hit. You know what I mean?
There you go. Right.
We get a hit record, Bodak Yellow. Now, life changing. Here comes the money. Here comes the real money. You know, here comes the life changing money. So I feel like you got to decide on what game are you trying to play. Are you trying to play the short game, as in, you know, getting the short money and just making beats just to survive, which I understand that. You know, I understand that because I've done that. Or are you trying to play the long game, as in betting on yourself and life changing money and believing in an artist to blow them up with your sound? That's how you really change your life. You know what I mean? It's really putting your all into something and seeing it through. And
There
that's
you
what,
go.
you know, that's what I would say.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that?
You are something else. You are something else.
Jay, I know that you started your own label too. So what kind of artists are you looking for?
People like me. Nah. You know, like my hat says more hits on the way. You know, just I'm looking for somebody who is, you know, willing to, you know, honestly think how I think pretty much. They're willing to lose it all to gain it all, you know, be uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Be willing to listen. I feel like the best listener, they're the best leaders, you know, and that's what I'm really looking for. Anybody who can listen, and you don't gotta be the most talented person in the world for me. That don't make me look at you. I look at the person who has the most desire and have the most feeling. You know what I mean? In their music, you could sing okay, but if I feel like you finna cry while you singing it, or it make me want to cry, then I love that song more than somebody who can sing amazing. You know what I mean? So
Wow.
I'm looking for the artists who got feeling. You know, if you got feeling, hit me up.
Hit him up, huh?
Hit me up. You are funny.
What advice would you? Thank you. I try. What advice would you give to aspiring producers?
Aspiring producers, you know, I've said it throughout the thing, man. You know, I really just said, find you somebody who you believe in. Honestly, find somebody you believe in. Push them. Push them as far as you can with your sound. Know your worth within yourself. You know what I mean? Like really, bet on you. Don't be afraid to stick to your sound. If you're doing what you're doing and it's not working right now, that doesn't matter. You know, eventually it's going to work. Just craft it. master what you're doing. Be a master at what
Absolutely.
your sound is. You know what I mean? I learned that. A guy told me, he said, Jay White, your drums are really good and your keys are okay. But you should master your drums and be good at your keys. So I said, dang, you're right. So I mastered my drums and then I'm good at keys. You know what I mean? So that's the approach with me. Master one thing, put your all into that, and it's gonna grow. That's anything in life. If you water it bad or good, it's gonna grow.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Good deal. Good deal.
Straight up.
So before we wrap it up, what is
Yeah.
next for Jay White?
Literally more hits on the way. Like literally more
Got
hits.
you.
More hits on the way. This is scheduled to be a nice year for me. I have some nice releases coming out with some cool people. I had the opportunity to work on this song, this remix called Lady Marmalade, which you've heard it before. So
Yeah.
It definitely got some big artists on there. I don't even know if I'm allowed to. I'll just not be in trouble and just be like, yeah, it got some big artists on there.
We all know that he works with huge artists, so we know it's gonna be some huge artists, okay, people?
Yeah. So I went to London, and I did it with this nice lady. Her name is Amanda Ghost, out of London. She's so really cool. She's so cool. I did that like right before this pandemic really like locked us down in March. I went to London to do it, and hopefully it still comes out this summer. But the song is absolutely amazing. I feel like we did it justice in our own way, as far as the Lady Marmalade record. So I got that coming, and I got some stuff with Gucci, and of course more Cardi, more Megan, and really just I'm really looking just for new artists. I love just working with new people. That's really my thing. But as far as the schedule stuff, yeah, it's gonna be a nice year.
That's what's up. One thing I will say this before I let you go. I
Yeah.
think that it is commendable. I think that it's honorable that you get the opportunity to continue working with people that you've worked with before. It says a lot about your integrity. And I feel that as a producer, or if you're an engineer or whomever, even an artist, don't be burning bridges.
Nah. Don't burn bridges.
Don't burn bridges.
Yes. No, and stay out of your own way. Like get somebody.
Gosh.
Get somebody in your team that get somebody in your team or your family member, somebody who you talk to, and make sure that you are not in your own way, because I've been a victim to being in my own way and almost lost out on a Grammy this year, because I was in my own way. You know what I mean? So I feel like just be mindful, make sure your surroundings and the people you have is good for you.
Thank you so much, Jay, for being so very transparent today and for helping.
Thank you, Ms. Bell.
I know you've helped a lot of people that's watching right now. So Jay, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. And I'm not gonna hold you any longer, but before we sign off, can you let everybody know how they can connect with you?
Yes, listen, my name is so easy. It's Jay White Did It. Like Jay White Did It, no ebunks, at Gmail. You can email me there. I'm on Instagram. It's Jay White Did It. Twitter is Jay White Did It. I'm Jay White Did It everywhere. So you just type in Jay White Did It, and it's literally me. I do Apollo every Friday at 3:30 p.m. So
if cool.
You want, so I do Apollo like at 3:30 for auditions. The night show is crazy on my live, and pretty much if the winner wins 4 weeks in a row. I got to get them a meeting with one of my friends at the labels. Also link them up with YouTube as well. So, to get them a rollout. So that's what I've been doing. It's been fun, and so every Friday, if you really want to see me, you want to talk to me like this, and face to face, get on Apollo. It's literally like Apollo, but it's just virtual. The people like you, they get your fire sign. They don't like you, they get your X sign. Come test.
You brought the real Apollo back. I see. Okay.
Yes, the real Apollo. Yes, Apollo. We gonna boot you out. You ain't good. Straight up.
Y'all have heard it right here. Make sure that you follow at Jay White Did It, not at Jay White Done Did It, but at Jay White Did It. So thank you all so very much for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
with
Thank you.
Christina. Make sure to subscribe, comment, and like. And until next time, people, be prayerful, be positive, and be patient, because it's all going to work out for the good. All right.
Yes.
Until next time. Bye.
Peace.
Can I testify tonight?